I have something. I have been very excited to talk about.
Let's see your tiny lizard, Adam. Show us your
All right.
tiny lizard.
All right. So lizard is actually technically inaccurate. I didn't want to say exactly what it was because I wanted to surprise everyone. All right. It's a newly discovered chameleon that is less than an inch long.
Oh.
And you said, "Oh, I told you it was cute."
He looks like an old man.
That is the world. Look at that. That's a fingertip.
He looks like an old man. He has a mustache.
That's a fingertip. He does have a little mustache. All right. Now, this little guy is just over 2 centimeters, about 3/4 of an inch long. This is super tiny. All right. And it's such a fun story. I'm going to read about it. I just want you to see how cute this tiny little chameleon is. I kind of want one. Like, I've never really wanted a lizard.
You would lose him.
No, I wouldn't. I'd have a beautiful little terrarium on my desk somewhere, and he would live a grandiose life, and he would never be able to reach the other side.
But here's the big question: would you glue a top hat to his head? Because I feel like he needs a top.
No, of course not. But he should be a meme. He should be a meme. We need. I want like different angles of him hanging out. I love it. All right, so I'm gonna read about it because it's really cool. All right, so the smallest known reptile in the world can fit on your fingertip. It's known as the Brookesia nana, or nano chameleon. It's a blotchy brown lizard that usually doesn't surpass an inch in body length. Before 2012, biologists didn't know it existed. But the researchers who discovered it are still stumped as to why it stays so small when most vertebrates grow in size as they mature. Brookesia nana is different from any other vertebrae and other chameleon species. It cannot change color, and it's more comfortable on the forest floor than in trees. The unique chameleon is spotlighted in an article published last week in the journal Scientific Reports. In 2012, leading herpetologist Frank Glaw and other German researchers traveled to the rainforests of Madagascar, one of the most biologically diverse areas on Earth, in search of a previously unknown reptile and amphibian species. What they found surprised them. Here's a quote: "We expected to find some new species, but not specifically the smallest chameleon," Glaw and Oliver Hawklishek, study co-author, said in an email to CNN. Most male reptiles are larger than females, but the reverse is true with the ever-surprising Brookesia nana. While the male is just over 2 centimeters long, a bit over 3/4 of an inch, the female was 2.89 centimeters long, over an inch long. The females are likely larger than the males to accommodate the eggs that they lay, Glaw and Hawklishek said. Look at this guy. He's so cute.
It is a good lizard. It is.
Man, I would love to go to Madagascar, by the way. Side note, I would love to go to Madagascar, and I will one day. Why not? Because anyway, this is super cute. I love him so much. I'm going to name him Benjamin.
He does look like a Benjamin. He needs a top hat. I'm telling you, a top hat and a cane.
A Benjamin could rock a top hat and a monocle.
He's got a monocle.
He's got the monocle already.
He's got the monocle.
Right? I love it. All right. Awesome. Why is the nano chameleon so unusual? It's unusual for an adult vertebrate to remain this small. As vertebrates, which include mammals and reptiles, evolved, so did their size. Extremely small animals like this chameleon were previously thought to face physiological changes that limit further size reductions, according to the paper. Most vertebrates grow as they mature, but not these chameleons. They're an example of paedomorphism, or a retention of juvenile traits in maturity. Scientists aren't quite sure why the Brookesia nana and other related species have stayed so small, while most other vertebrates keep growing. But this chameleon makes it work. To reproduce with the female, the male has a hemipenis. That's right, a hemi. I said it. It's true. This scientific language, all right? All right? But he's got a hemi. That's right, a tiny little lizard packing a hemi. Anyway, an internal sex organ that is exposed during breeding that's larger in size relative to his body compared to other chameleons. He's packing heat.
He
All
does
right.
not have a tiny lizard proportionally.
Do you see why I wanted to save this story? It is so good. All right. Tiniest lizard, totally hung.
You should put that on a t-shirt. You need to put him on a t-shirt.
Benjamin with a top hat.
Yes.
Like
he's like a mascot now. Even if you don't have one, he can still be your mascot.
Anyway, props to this little guy because he's doing work out there in the Madagascar rainforest. No wonder, you know what? I think this is the real reason why he doesn't climb trees, because he got to carry that weight around, you know? It's easier to just stay on the ground. All right.
Oh, God, this is awful.
Hold on, wait. There's more specific scientific speak here. Probably the male needs particularly large hemipenises to be able to copulate at all. Glau and Hoplushek said. This is the scientists, all right? I'm reading the scientific speak here, all right? That's it. All right, just letting you all know. All right, this is real. I am not making this up. This is actual. This is real. World's tiniest leaders.
This is serious, Adam. This is serious.
All right, I'm having a great time though. All right. So the chameleon is likely endangered, which is not really a surprise though, because they live on the forest floor, and I mean, the world is definitely going to. If the world's on fire. Though little is known about these tiny chameleons, Glau and Hakelshek said they assume the reptiles are critically endangered due to the massive deforestation in the Cerrado region of Madagascar, where Brookesia nana is found. At least 13 other species in Brookesia's group are scattered across Madagascar. Though some of them are closer to 2 inches in length, chameleons on the island have a higher proportion of threatened species compared to other reptile groups like geckos, the researchers wrote. But in years since they discovered Brookesia nana, Madagascar officials established a reserve in Cerrado to protect the forest inhabitants that survived deforestation and the species that live within them. There are likely many more undiscovered species in Madagascar, Glau and Hecleshek said. Tropical regions are hotspots for biodiversity, they said. Many people believe that the majority of species on Earth are already known to scientists, but this is not the case, they said. In the meantime, Glau, Hakelshek, and more will continue to study the minute chameleons to learn more about how it stayed so small, why its hemipenis is so large compared to the rest of its body, and how to protect its petite relatives. I love it.
It's amazing.
I salute you, Benjamin. You rock, sir.
I'm telling you, Adam, if he doesn't end up on a t-shirt of some sort, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
All right.
You don't do it. I'm gonna do it.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Benjamin, who's packing heat. Anyway, that was hilarious. Thank you all for hanging out with us.